Hello friends, myself Dr. Vinny Singh, Assistant Professor in the Department of Pharmacy, SGS ITS Indore. Today we shall discuss about thin layer chromatography. Thin layer chromatography, that is TLC, is a chromatographic technique used to separate the components of a mixture using thin layer of stationary phase supported by an inert rigid backing material such as glass or aluminum plate so that the separation process occurs on a flat, essentially two-dimensional surface. TLC may be performed on the analytical scale as a means of monitoring the progress of a reaction, or on the preparatory scale to purify the amount of a compound. TLC function on the same principle as all chromatography. A compound will have different affinities for the mobile phase and the stationary phase, and this affects the speed at which it migrates. Thus, the goal of a TLC is to obtain well-defined, well-separated spots. Now let's discuss about technique of thin layer chromatography. A technique of thin layer chromatography has basically three components. That is, first, preparation of the plate, sample application, and development of plates. Now let's discuss about preparation of the plate. A variety of coating materials, that is, stationary phase, are available, but silica gel is most frequently used stationary phase material. A slurry of the adsorbent is spread uniformly over the backing material using a spreader. It is recommended that the thickness of adsorbent layer being 150 to 250 micrometer. The plate has to be dried overnight. It should be air dried or oven dried at 80 to 90 degrees centigrade for about 30 minutes. These days we have commercially available ready to use thin layer plates, as you can show in the figures. They can be cut to any size or shape required. Handling of the plates is very important task. Care should be taken while handling the plates. Avoid placing fingers on the active adsorbent surfaces to avoid introduction of strenous material substance. Pre-washing of the plate is advisable in order to remove extraneous material, and this may be done by running the development solvent to the top of the plate. Now have something about sample application. As the plate get ready, locate an origin line 2 to 2.5 centimeter above the bottom of the plate to which the sample solution can be applied. The accuracy and precision with which the sample spots are applied is of course very important when quantitative analysis is required. Generally, volume of 1 to 5 microliters are usually applied using appropriate measuring instruments. While applying the spots, care must be taken to avoid any disturbance in the surface of the adsorbent. Now let's discuss about development of plates. Usually, thin layer chromatograms are developed by ascending technique in which the plates are immersed in the developing solvent to a depth of 0.5 centimeter, as you can see in the figure below. The tank or chamber used is preferentially lined with sheet of filter paper which deep into the solvent in the base of the chamber. the figure depicts very well. This ensures that the chamber is saturated with the solvent vapor. Development is allowed to proceed until the solvent front has traveled the required distance, usually 10 to 15 centimeter. The plate is then removed from the chamber and the solvent front immediately marked with a pointed object. The plate is allowed to dry in a fume cupboard or in an oven. The drying condition should take into account the heat and light sensitivity of the separated compounds. The position of the separated solutes can be located by various means. Colored substance can be seen when viewed against the stationary phase, as you can see in the picture below. Whilst colorless species may usually be detected by spraying the plate with an appropriate reagent which produces colored areas in the region which they occupy. Some compounds fluoresce in ultraviolet light and may be located in this way. Alternatively, if fluorescent material is incorporated in the adsorbent, the solute can be observed as a dark spot on a fluorescent background when they viewed under ultraviolet light. And now conclusion. Thin layer chromatography is a chromatographic technique used on analytical as well as preparative scale. The separation takes into two-dimensional surface due to differential affinity of the solutes towards stationary phase and mobile phase. Plates can be prepared in lab or are commercially available. For effective separation, care should be taken in preparation of plates, sample application and development of the plate. Thank you.